Okay, some of you are going to be very disturbed because I don't know, maybe you have latched on to somebody, primarily Tasha K. Um, and I get it. I mean, maybe you like drama, maybe you like lies, maybe you like people that sit around and stalk people and harass people. Do what it is you do. I just know for me, I can't imagine having a $3.9 million bill floating over my head. I can't imagine that, you know. I don't know what it would feel like. But shout out to Cardi B. Now, some people may not know how all of that came to be, with Cardi B. And I'll just, touch on it for a little bit. From my recollection, because I was watching Love and Hip Hop at the time that she was on there. And she kind of came off as a kind of like a ditzy type character. It was probably part of her facade and her persona. Apparently it worked. Whatever that little word, that little thing she would say or do on the show. I mean, I never thought she would become famous. Honestly, I had never heard of her before the show. Well, anyway, that's exactly what happened. You know, what was it, Yellow Bodak or something like that? I don't remember because it's been that long. But that's how she hit the scene, with that song, with that video, with that album, all of it. And apparently, Tasha K, I mean, because I had never heard her, talking about her. But apparently, once she became famous, once Cardi B became famous, people change on you when you become famous. So apparently, one of her old roommates, when she became famous, once Cardi B became famous, people change on you when you become famous. So apparently, one of her old roommates or whatever. I don't know if they reached out to Tasha K or Tasha K reached out to her or part of Tasha. They're really, let's call them what they are, a team of flunkies, okay? A team of nobodies that latch themselves on to somebody that they think is popular, and then in their mind, they're popular too. So yeah, flunkies, minions, nothing, nobody folks. They all over these apps, okay? Some of them right now latched on to somebody else, paying them, sharing them, loving them, paying their bills, feeding them, all of that. I call them fools. Flunky fools, minion fools. Well, they're all over these apps. They're on every single app that there is. I don't want nobody like that around me. You're a liability to somebody like me. What do I need you for? I'm not out stalking anybody. I'm not out harassing anybody. I'm not out trying to, get some kind of a story from somebody because I'm jealous of them. I'm not trying to bring nobody down. I'm not trying to expose nobody's, love life or what's going on in their bedroom or anything like that. I'm not on here gossiping. And I damn sure ain't stalking no celebrities. Okay? But anyway, what happened is Tasha K invited whoever that was on her show. Well, let's call it what it is, on her YouTube channel. Okay? And at that point, she started getting views. That's when people started watching and listening. And apparently, Tasha K took it upon herself to start fabricating lies and untruths and false um, accusations about Cardi B. Apparently she kept doing it and kept doing it and kept doing it and kept doing it. At this time, Cardi B was expecting a baby. She was pregnant. She was with Offset at that time, living her life, enjoying her fame, expecting a baby. And you got some blogger with hundreds of thousands of minions and flunkies sitting around propagating and I guess just, feeling like, well, we can do whatever to her. She's just this ditzy person. that we can do whatever we want to. If I had to guess, that roommate was jealous. You know, y'all have to remember, when jealous entities link up, they feel like that they're powerful. And then you got a whole bunch of flunkies and minions that are, riding coattails for whatever reason, and they feel like they're powerful. They feel like they can do whatever they want to do up on an application, up on the internet. And that's exactly what they did. They did exactly what they wanted to do for clicks and views. Whatever lie created clicks and views, they told it. Okay? It doesn't matter what lie there was that was told. And people were tuning in. And because people were tuning in, she continued to do it. Tasha K continued to do it over and over and over. You know why? Because she saw that people were tuning in for that. That's the audience that she was attracting. So she felt the need to show out in front of all these people, all these minions and flunkies. And, you got to think about it. They can't have nothing else going on if they're sitting around listening to lies, listening to somebody that's jealous of Cardi B and her fame, determined to probably put a stop to it. As a result of some of those lies, Cardi B missed out on certain opportunities. And she started having all kind of, mental, I don't want to say mental, emotional. She started having emotional, issues and things like that. And of course, she was pregnant at the time. I'm so glad she had a healthy baby, because it seems like to me that was the goal. And at a certain point, Cardi B just got sick of it. And she asked Tasha K to take those videos down. Tasha K refused. Tasha K wanted her to come on her YouTube channel, and then she would take them down. Cardi B refused. I mean, who are you? You're not on the level of Cardi B, and that's her prerogative. Why would she give in to the demands of somebody that's sitting around stalking and harassing her with a whole bunch of feeble-minded flunkies and minions? Nobody, folks, apparently they don't have anything else going on in their life than to attach themselves to somebody that is doing vile, disgusting things to somebody to try to destroy them. I never participated in it. I never did. I spoke about it, though. And then the lawsuit happened. Fast forward to now. Tasha K is having to pay $1.2 million in the next 5 years, and that was because of this settlement agreement through the bankruptcy. And then after those 5 years are up, Cardi B also maintains the right to go after the remaining $2.7 million. If I had to guess, Tasha K will be paying that money until the day she died. The arrangement, from what I understand, because I did check on it, I was just wondering, I was like, did she get away with this? I kept seeing the 1.2 million, 1.2 million. I'm like, well, what happened to the remainder of the judgment? Because Tasha K lost the court case. She admitted that she did it for clicks and views. It was very malicious. There's a lot of malicious entities on these applications, and they feel like they're powerful because they got a whole bunch of flunkies and minions and fools around them. And I've already talked about that, because both of my arms work. My fingers work. Both sides of my body work. My speech work. Okay? Everything that was working before I ever heard of an app is still working. Okay, everybody can't say that. But that's how it all went down. And I, for one, am very happy for Cardi B. I'm very happy that she is collecting on her judgment. A lot of people are very angry about that. I even heard somebody say, how wrong Cardi B is for suing Tasha K. Well, that's your opinion. It's not your life, though. You didn't miss out on any of those opportunities. You didn't have to suffer through the public embarrassment and humiliation of those vile, disgusting lies that YouTube allowed her to sit around and do at her leisure and cut her checks to do it. Imagine the garbage that was gathered up over there. Some people were paying every month to support that. Says a lot about them, don't it? But right is right and wrong is wrong. And what's right is that Tasha K will be paying that judgment until the day she dies. I believe, unless she becomes famous. Because she's not famous. Now, she would like to be Wendy Williams, but she's not. I mean, she wasn't selected to do anything off of YouTube. Now she's trying to attach herself to Charlemagne the God because he got that multi-million-dollar deal. So of course she's speaking highly of him. You know why? Because she would like him to look out for her. And he would be a fool to do it. He would be and I'm sure he's smarter than that. He's smarter than that. Why would he let her mess up his brand when he can see what she does to everybody else? To everybody else. Consequences. She's finally being held accountable, and she's finally having to pay financially, and I'm sure that hurts. And that's why she filed bankruptcy. She was thinking that, well, I can wipe out this $3.9 million debt. That's why she did it. But it didn't work out that way. Because the judge ruled in February, this past February, the judge ruled that the judgment will remain. It will be upheld. Okay? And so that's where we are now. And of course, she's still stalking and harassing Cardi B. Makes me think that she wants to null and void the agreement. She's tried everything she can to wiggle her way out of paying Cardi B. Courts and judges have been involved. I guess she thinks she's above the law. Maybe she thinks she can't be prosecuted. Maybe she thinks that she doesn't have to pay it. But one thing I do admire about Cardi B, she's been relentless. She's been just as relentless as Tasha K was when she was spreading all those vile and disgusting rumors about her, telling all those lies. I hope she never forgets that. I hope she never forgets it. Because Tasha K would never forget Cardi B. She's not this weak little ditzy person that you thought she was, is she? No. She's got her foot on your throat. And she's collecting. And so that explains all the tours and, she's on this app and that app and this app and that app and, she's on her website and all that. Believe me, she's working for Cardi B. She's working for Cardi B. And that's the part I love. So what did she gain? She got, what, followers? And she's getting clicks and views? But who's getting the money off of it? Cardi B is getting paid. Now, will she get all of that money? I don't know. I guess it depends on how long Tasha K lives. And here's the kicker. Tasha K said herself that she almost died when she had that baby. When she had her baby. She never told that until 5 years later. Until 5 years later. She admitted. Well, that's got karma written all over it. She admitted. I could read it to you, but I would have to go to her channel and read it to you. But it says she almost died when she had that last child. And that was during the time when she was doing all this stuff to Cardi B. While Cardi B was pregnant. And a lot of y'all were over there rallying all of that on. If I had to guess, she's probably trying to make Cardi B lose her baby now. I don't even know if she's had the baby. She's trying to make her lose her relationship. She's not even supposed to be talking about her. She's supposed to be cutting checks, quarterly checks. That's what she's supposed to be doing. And she is doing it. She's going to have to do it. You know why? Because it can't be negotiated. There's no wiggling your way out of it. And Cardi B has the money. She has the money to hire whatever legal team to go after Tasha K the same way that Tasha K came after her. Now let the minions and the flunkies and these fools and these nobody folks, believe me, there's billions of them all over the internet, latching themselves on to something. They don't matter. You know who they matter to? Whatever monster that they attach to. That's who they matter to. Oh, I just love you, thank you, and all of this and that. Yeah. As you cut those checks to Cardi B. Shout out to Cardi B. Shout out to her. If she never worked another day in her life, she good to go. So now Tasha K is targeting her man. Now think about it. You're supposed to leave me alone. Let's say I got a wife. You're supposed to leave me alone, but now you're targeting my wife. You're still targeting me. You're still targeting me. How do I feel about her almost dying after she had that baby and stuff? Well, I don't know. Karma. That's what I call it. I call it karma. That's exactly what it is. And a lot of people deserve exactly what happens to them. And you get to feel however you want to feel about it over here. And I'm definitely not through talking about this. There's much more to say.